Melissa Sue Anderson was born on September 26, 1962, in Berkeley, California, and raised in a home that balanced creativity with a strong emphasis on education and stability. When her family relocated to Los Angeles, her life quietly shifted toward opportunity. What set her apart early wasn't just her appearance, but a natural emotional depth that casting agents noticed immediately. Even in commercials, there was a calm seriousness in her expressions, a sense that she understood more than most children her age. Her upbringing remained grounded thanks to a family that valued normalcy despite the growing pull of Hollywood. That balance allowed her to step into acting without losing a sense of self. It also laid the foundation for the thoughtful, deliberate choices she would continue to make throughout her life and career. Learning the craft at a young age. Before becoming widely known, Anderson built her skills through steady work in television. She appeared in popular series like Bewitched and The Brady Bunch, gaining valuable experience in front of the camera. These roles were small, but they were important. They taught her timing, discipline, and how to adapt quickly in professional environments. Unlike many child actors who relied on charm alone, Anderson showed an early understanding of storytelling. She listened carefully, observed seasoned performers, and approached each role with focus. There was a quiet determination in the way she worked, as if she understood that longevity in the industry required more than just talent. These early years shaped her into a disciplined performer, preparing her for the opportunity that would soon define her career and bring her into homes across the country. Becoming Mary Ingalls. Everything changed when Anderson was cast as Mary Ingalls in Little House on the Prairie, based on the writings of Laura Ingalls Wilder. As the eldest daughter in the Ingalls family, she brought a thoughtful, steady presence to the role. Alongside Michael Landon and Karen Grassel, she helped shape a series that resonated deeply with audiences. Her portrayal of Mary offered balance to the spirited energy of Laura, played by Melissa Gilbert. Anderson's performance was subtle yet powerful, capturing responsibility, sensitivity, and quiet strength. She didn't overplay emotion. Instead, she allowed it to unfold naturally. This approach made Mary feel real and relatable, and it established Anderson as one of the most compelling young performers on television during that era. A performance that defined a generation. One of the most memorable arcs in the series came when Mary lost her sight, a storyline that required extraordinary emotional depth. Anderson approached it with restraint and authenticity, avoiding exaggeration and focusing instead on small, meaningful details. Through posture, voice, and expression, she conveyed fear, frustration, and eventual resilience. The performance earned her critical acclaim and an Emmy nomination, but more importantly, it left a lasting impression on viewers. It showed that she could handle complex material with maturity well beyond her years. This role became a defining moment, not just for the series, but for Anderson herself. It demonstrated her ability to carry emotional weight with quiet strength, setting her apart from many of her peers and confirming her place as a serious actress. Life beyond a single role. Even with the success of Little House on the Prairie, Anderson was careful not to be defined by one character. She pursued other projects that allowed her to explore different aspects of her craft. In Which Mother Is Mine, she delivered a strong performance that earned her an Emmy Award, proving she could lead emotionally complex stories on her own. She continued to take on varied roles, including the thriller Happy Birthday to Me, showing her willingness to step into darker, more demanding material. These choices reflected a desire for growth rather than comfort. Anderson understood early on that longevity required evolution, and she approached her career with intention, selecting roles that challenged her rather than simply maintaining visibility. Choosing a different pace. As she entered adulthood, Anderson made a conscious decision to step back from the relentless pace of Hollywood. While she continued to work, her approach became more selective. Appearances in projects like Burke's Law and Earthquake in New York showed that her talent remained intact, even as she chose not to pursue constant exposure. This period reflected a shift in priorities. Rather than chasing fame, she focused on balance, personal fulfillment, and maintaining control over her life. It was a quiet but powerful decision, one that set her apart in an industry often driven by visibility. By stepping back, she preserved her connection to acting while creating space for other aspects of life to grow: family, home, and a new chapter. In 1990, Anderson married Michael Sloan, and together they built a life centered on family. With the birth of their children, her focus shifted even further toward home. In 2002, the family moved to Montreal, embracing a quieter lifestyle away from Hollywood's intensity. This transition wasn't about leaving her past behind, but about creating a more grounded future. In 2007, they became Canadian citizens, marking a meaningful new chapter. Anderson's decision to prioritize family reflected her values and her understanding of what truly mattered. She chose stability over spotlight, demonstrating that success can be defined in many ways. Her life during this time became a reflection of balance, intention, and a deep commitment to those closest to her. Reflecting on Michael Landon, looking back, Anderson has spoken thoughtfully about her experiences working with Michael Landon. She has described him as charismatic and highly driven, someone whose creative vision shaped the success of Little House on the Prairie. At the same time, she has acknowledged that his intensity could be difficult for young actors to navigate. Rather than framing her memories in extremes, she offers a balanced perspective. She recognizes both his talent and the challenges of working under such strong,